Okay, welcome back, everybody, to Walking Between Worlds with Leanne McLaughlin and Diane Adams. I am Leanne.
And I am Diane.
We are so happy to be here. This is our third episode that we're going to air, and we've had some good feedback, and we've been asking for people to give us some ideas about what they want to talk about or what they want to hear us talk about. And so, some feedback that you got, Diane, from one of your people. Can you want to share a little bit about what you were seeing in your comments?
Yeah, definitely. So there was a couple of people who I think this is finding people at the right time, just like everything is. And some of them having to go off social media because just the negativity, what they're feeling in the world, and it can feel so heavy and they don't know what to do with it. And another one just kind of same vibe, doesn't have to be social media, but just a lot of things going on in their world and trying to navigate that. So I think we should talk a little bit of how to do that and what we're seeing in the world because there's a lot coming at us going outside and people are stressed with bills and the world. And what happened if there was never social media? What did it look like before?
Oh God, that's a great question. First of all, I also have people who are dealing with these things too, as you can imagine. When you talk about
Mhm.
not having social media, like you and I grew up in an era before there was, like before the internet, like it was just coming around when I was a kid. And so, we just played outside and like we were from that generation, which we're very lucky to be witness to what's happening now, but to also have the background of being able to know what it's like to just be present. So I think we're being called to get back to those roots and just be in our little community with our people and not let outside things influence us so much because it really is, as they say, an inside job. What
You
about
do,
you?
as you were saying earlier, that we give our power away. And I see it all the time. We're giving our power away to something outside of us, and that something outside of us is dictating how we should think and how we should feel. And then we're feeling horrible about it. So, what we do is we go back and we keep looking outside to try and find an answer to make us feel better so that we don't feel so bad. But it's this cycle because we're going outside of ourselves to find an answer, and that answer is just shooting back negativity, and then we're getting sadder, and it's this loop. So it's almost like, okay, enough. Take your power back. Enough to the
Absolutely.
outside.
And that goes back to our programming, Diane. Like over decades, we have been programmed from when we were kids. And it's been very subtle. It doesn't happen overnight, but we've been programmed to slowly start looking outside of ourselves for validation. And we all know people in our circle, or maybe even at times in our lives, we've been the ones looking for, oh God, what are they going to think if I say this or do that? And so that's because of programming. And so we've been programmed that first of all, someone's going to come to save us. Like you look at all the political things happening, and we are not about politics on this
Mhm.
podcast at all. But I value looking at this because people are looking at a politician, for example, and blaming all of their problems in their world on this person. If only that person was not there, or if only this person was here, they could save us. And there's not, that's just such bullshit. I'm sorry, that is just not
It's
true.
true.
Like, no one's coming to save you. We are our own saviors. We are here to carry our own light and to have influence in our communities around us with our loved ones, with our family, with our tribe.
Yeah, so you look at that and you just see it in, all the different institutions. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to wait until that day when I'm going to get saved because then I'm going to be saved. I'm going to be happy. Well, how many minutes, days, months, years are you waiting for something outside of you to save you? You need to save yourself. Easier said than done. I think that's why we're having these conversations because we spent a lifetime trying to figure that out, and it's in us. So maybe what if today, guys? So everybody that's watching, just put your phone down and go stand outside. And if you hear that ding, ding from your phone and it's going to pull at you, just give it five. Just give it five. Go outside, take a deep breath, and look around. Look around you and just take whatever it is in and focus on one little thing. Maybe it's a bird that's in the sky or a tree, and just focus on that in that moment because that's all that exists. That's what's here now. And you don't know what's going on around the corner in that moment. You don't need to. So maybe slowly that's going to help your nervous system just to calm down. It's just these small little things that we can do to step outside. Step back inside to us and let that outside world just
Just
let it
let it
go.
go. And that's so true. So it's about grounding and centering and finding your peace again. And you and I have talked about this before too. Like, if that phone didn't exist, if you didn't have social media, if we never advanced to the place where we are today and we didn't have phones, we didn't have screens, we weren't watching what other people in the world were doing, we weren't watching wars, we weren't watching all these things, what would your reality be? It would be here. I'm sitting in my garden talking to my friend online. I mean, we're online, but I'm sitting here
Mhm.
talking to my friend. My dog is laying at my feet. Like, I have peace in my immediate surroundings because that's what I create. And so we have to recognize that what you're seeing on that screen, it's all manipulated. All of it, to the good or the negative. And we work with AI for we use it as a tool, but we also know that three-quarters of what we're seeing on that social media now is created by AI. And it's like, well, then if it's not even real, then why am I letting it influence me in such a deep way?
It is, and you're feeling it like so many people as well are saying something just doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't feel right. So again, you're looking for the outside source and you're scrolling and trying to find an article and go, "Oh my gosh, why don't I feel right? What's going on in the world? Why don't I feel right?" Well, it's because it's that disconnect with yourself and it's work. Like it's work trying to find yourself again,
Yeah.
but that rediscovery is brilliant.
And it's also about our connection to the universe, whatever word you want to use, God, source, creator, universe. Like, you can just say whatever, insert word here that feels right in your system. That's how I always
I
open
love that.
my sessions. But like for me, every morning I walk my dog on the beach here. I'm blessed to live by the beach. And right now there's a hummingbird flying past, like right in front of my face. I get signs
Love it.
all the time. All the time I get signs on the beach. And this morning we were walking on the beach and, I had something on my mind and I'm looking for confirmation, like, oh, should I be doing this? Or, and I think about somebody and I look up and there she is walking down the beach. Well, this morning I found a giant feather, giant perfect feather as a confirmation. Then I look down a little while later and I find a heart-shaped rock. And then I look up and I look at the waves and as they splash, there's a rainbow in the spray. Like, you can't make that movie. And if I was
No.
busy on a screen and I see people walking with their headphones in out in nature or out in the world and they're missing out on everything. Just be
Yes.
here now. Like, that really is the key. We just have to stay connected to our own reality in front of us because we are the creators, as you've always said in your cards. That card comes up all the time.
Yeah, it does. And create a routine. So your mantra, your routine. So you have your routine on the beach and where I am right now, I've got this beautiful forest behind me. And I had built this circle, not realizing I built this circle and the entryways literally are north, south, east, west. I'm like, again, you can't
Yeah.
make this up. It's wild.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's my little sacred space. So when I'm finished with Dream Realm and I come back to this plane is how I call it. Me and my dog Diesel go out and I walk through the forest and it's almost like I shake hands with the branches. I'm acknowledging what's around. So I don't have any phone on me. I'm just walking around and then I get to that circle and I go in the middle and I'm just like, okay, I'm back here. Thank you, thank you. And every once in a while, there's a little glimmer of the sun that comes through the forest, and I take it in, and I'm just so thankful. And I might raise the energy up in the vibration, and I'm just present. So that is my morning routine every single day, rain or shine. And it's just that it brings that appreciation. If you can do that even for a moment and you have that feeling, just like you had that feeling with all those amazing things that happened to you this morning, then every day it's going to start to expand and you can release things that are happening from the outside. It's very healing. That's just, what I do, and you've shared what you do. So maybe
well,
people need to find their way.
exactly. I used to do this a long time ago, and I think I saw this online somewhere. where, I had a friend who was a little bit on the negative side, and we were spending a lot of time together, and we were on a trip somewhere, walking down the street, and she was kind of saying something negative again about whatever. And I literally just turned to her and I said, 10 things you're great, or no, 4 things you're grateful for right now, go. And she had to come up with 4 things. And like, because gratitude is what shifts us out of this negative attitude, right? And so when we start our day with gratitude, or like, even if you had a terrible sleep and nightmares, and you have something tough ahead of you today, like, I woke up again, like whatever it is, like, to find the goodness and find the things that you're grateful for, because what we focus on does build. So paying attention to what you're paying attention to, that's like, that really is our work.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with gratefulness. What are the 4 things I'm grateful for? Well, I'm grateful for you and I spending time in this moment and hopefully developing our tribe and community to spend their time. I'm grateful for my family and my world. I'm grateful for creating. And you know what else I'm grateful for? Me. I'm grateful for me. How about you?
I love that. Yeah, I'm just so grateful that the universe keeps surprising me with things that I couldn't even dream for myself. Like, I am just in awe and amazement every day. Things unfold, and I get stuck in maybe an old program of thinking, oh, but that's not going to work, and then we're going to have to do this. And then boom, an idea jumps in my head. It's like, oh, well, why don't you talk to this person? And so I'm grateful for being guided and for listening to that, and the magic of my life that is unfolding every day. And it's not magic every, you know what I mean? I mean, it makes it sound like I live this magical life. And I have had some real amazing things happen. I'm human too. And there's days where I'm just like, oh my God, are you serious? But the more conscious we are about shifting things, it just makes a world of difference, because either way, you're still here in this world, living this day. And what feels better to you, focusing on something good and that you're grateful for and building on that, or looking at the things that make you depressed and hopeless and fearful and feeling sick. No, that's not what we're here for. I'll guarantee you that's not what we're here for.
No, no.
Yeah.
And sometimes people just need a reminder. We all need a reminder. Same thing. You could look at my life too and go, "Oh my God, look at her. Everything's just so perfect." No, it's not. No, it's not. But I take what I can and I get in those moments and I turn it around. And luckily I have you to sometimes give me a kick in the ass sometimes too, right?
Well, and I'm grateful for you too. So I'm grateful for you for sure. I have lots of things I'm grateful
Mhm.
for, but yeah. Yeah, and to have friendships. And if you feel like you're isolated and you don't have those people around you, thank God we do have technology to use in a good way. So we're happy that you're joining us here and that you can feel a part of this community too. Um, yeah, it's just, I'm so, so grateful that we have this opportunity. And I think I've used the word grateful 15 times in the last 3 minutes.
I like it.
That's awesome. So if you had $1
And
for
you know
every
what? We
the word grateful, right?
I like it. I'm sending it to you.
Good. I love it. Okay, friend. Well, I think maybe we'll leave it at that for today. And I just looked up and the timer said 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my
I
gosh.
love it. I love it.
Synchronicities everywhere today. So wherever you
Thank you.
are,
Thank you.
whenever you're watching this, on whatever day, whatever time, we send you so much love and
Mhm.
thank you for joining us. Again, send us a comment about what you think. If there's other topics you want us to discuss, we're here. We're here for you. We're here for each other. And so we might as
Mhm.
well go through it together.
All right. Send a big kiss and a hug.
Love you
And we
all.
will see you soon. Thanks,
Have a
guys. Thanks for being a
beautiful
part of
day.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.